level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Them no mistakes I'm gonna.
Can you believe it? This is the last Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. This is going to be the last Tuesday of the month. Right? I know, yeah. This is the last Tuesday of the month. Welcome to Take Center Stage, Own It Magazine, the Author's Corner. I am so excited to be with you this morning. My song is still playing here. So excited to be with you this morning. And I have something really important to share with you as authors. This focus of this show is for the Author's Corner. The Author's Corner is all about giving our authors tips and supporting our authors and their rise to fame and getting their message out there. And so I'm so excited. One of the things as a published author, as a 12-time self-published author, I did to increase my, to just level up, you know what I mean? Just to level up. One of the things that I did was, I remember speaking with one of my mentors, James LeGrand, many, many years ago, and he shared with me Toastmasters. And you know what? I really didn't. I was like, Toastmasters. And all I could think about was when I heard the name, all I could think about was Toastmasters is learning how to say a toast, not knowing that it was actually a public speaking, peer-to-peer leadership development nonprofit organization. And so I want to share with you, if you're an author, if you're a published author or thinking about being an author, one of the things that you should be strategic on is author, you're going to be speaking about your book. So public speaker, right? So you are going to, one piece of what you're going to be developing yourself in the area of is telling your story verbally, giving a compelling story that gets people excited and driven to want to purchase your actual book. Last week, I believe I spoke to you. I do a lot of speaking. I talk to a lot of people all day long and all week long. But I believe the last time we spoke and I was live with you, I talked to you about some different ways that you can actually make money because you wrote your book. You do want to get your story out there. You do want to impact and change lives. But the way that you're able to sustain that and to be a blessing and to help folks is you got to be able to have the income. And so another one of the ways that you can make money, not only selling your book, but also getting to a place where you're not paying to be on folks' platforms, that people are paying you to come and speak. And I also shared with you about creating programs from your book. And if you're having any challenges, I'll offer coaching at a reasonable cost. You can always inbox me. Let's connect. Let me get you on my schedule. I only take a certain amount of business or coaching clients for the year. My program runs 12 months. It is not, because if we're working on developing your programs and we're really structuring your business, it's not happening in 3 to 6 weeks unless you already have something in place. So my programs are about 12 months long. I have 3 different types of programs and we can discuss them if you're interested. But you want to look at your book and you want to say, what can I do with this? How can I make this truly a product? Because your book can be your business, but it has to have substance. And that's going to take some clarity. Now, how do we marry the two? How do we marry Toastmasters and what I'm sharing with you about your book being more substantial in creating workshops, seminars, programs, if you want to get into coaching programs? How do we do that? If you're not really clear and sure, well, one of the biggest ways to do this and be cost effective, because remember, I'm a business coach, so I'm concerned about how you're spending your money because I want you making more money than you have going out. That's real business. Having more money come in and less money going out. And so I want to teach you how to do that. One of the most cost-effective ways in learning how to get clarity on your messaging and clarity on what it is you really want to do with your book is Toastmasters. That's how I did it. I really began. I wasn't clear. I was like, okay, I've got this a master's degree, getting ready to finish up this PhD, and I'm transitioning from one industry and business field to another industry. And how am I going to do that? And so, like I said, spoke to my mentor, James LeGrand, and got introduced to Toastmasters. It is the most cost-effective way for you to develop and cultivate and become proficient in public speaking. And I will actually, let me drop you the link right now so you have it. Now, I'm going to share a little bit, and I got to move quickly because I don't want to keep you too long. I share a little bit about Toastmasters, but you get to speak in front of folks who will evaluate your speaking. So let's say if you want to talk about your book and you want to share with the world your book, like, so you're getting on some of these platforms and you're going to be practicing, you're going to be speaking. This is the way that you get the feedback and the practice that you need at a reasonable cost. In Toastmasters International, you'll get to speak. There's an evaluator. They give you feedback on your speech. You get back up. You can do the speech again. What's beautiful about Toastmasters is that it runs parallel with, now it's leveled up its game. So the pathways, the educational pathways, is for leadership development and communication. That's what Toastmasters is. I'm going to read all of that in just a second. But the pathways of development are totally in alignment with HR. So if you're looking to level up even in your career as a executive, director, manager, supervisor, or anything like that, Toastmasters International helps you become a better leader, a greater leader. As a matter of fact, Toastmasters International, where leaders are made. So I want to share with you the structure of the organization is club level groups that meet on a regular basis. I selected Northeast Philly. I've not been active because guess what? When you do this, it's a process. You go through the organization, you develop your skills, and you should be going out and doing what you worked so hard inside the organization, the skill sets, the communications, this public speaking. You should then go and do what you went in there to do, right? You should go out and do it. So I've not been actively in my Toastmasters club because I'm just extremely busy. But it is the thing that got me where I am today. So they meet Toastmasters Northeast Philly Toastmasters is my home, and then I was a club sponsor for Queen City Toastmasters back at my hometown. So those are the two clubs where even when I started the club in my hometown, I even recommended that they meet on a weekly basis because you develop your skills more so proficiently and quicker meeting every single week. And so these clubs meet on a weekly basis. Now that we're virtual, they did not stop. They're virtual, so you can join them. But you go to Toastmasters International and you find a club in your area and you begin to practice speaking. Go there, learn the system, go on Toastmasters International's website, understand how the pathways work for yourself. That's one thing I had to do when I joined the club, was I had to learn the pathways of the educational system, how it worked. I had to learn it for myself because sometimes it can be a little confusing, but if you take the time, go to the website, find out what the requirements are, and get on track to becoming distinguished. Toastmasters International, you can become a distinguished Toastmaster. You can also become an accredited public speaker, which substantiates you. You can also compete with your speaking. So if you are one of those people who are competitive and that's very fun for you, I'm not the one. I just want to come up there and motivate you and keep it moving. You can compete inside Toastmasters. At a certain level of competing, you win a monetary prize, and it puts you on a fabulous platform. And so I just want to share the I think, did I upload the overlay? No, I'm going to just read to you really quickly the stats for Toastmasters. What is Toastmasters? Toastmasters International is a nonprofit educational organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills through a worldwide network of clubs headquartered in Inglewood, Colorado. The organization's membership exceeds 300,000 in more than 15,800 clubs in 149 countries. Since 1924, Toastmasters International has helped people from diverse backgrounds become more confident speakers, communicators, and leaders. This is the most cost-effective way to increase your public speaking skills, and you are surrounded. So I took some notes. You know, I like to do my research. You are surrounded with individuals who will support you. It's such a fun environment. I miss being in Toastmasters because it was so fun. It was so rewarding. People are just the bomb.com. And so you get clarity. So why are you going to join Toastmasters International? To develop your leadership skills and strengthen your communication skills and become a proficient speaker, public speaker, to speak to your platform, to speak to your voice that you put in the book. Now, remember, we are here. This, what I'm talking about, I'm speaking to the authors in the author's corner. You gain clarity. If you don't know what it is that you want to do in the process of getting on one of the pathways to developing your leadership and communication skills within the educational program in Toastmasters International, you gain clarity. You get feedback so that you can develop where, you know, how we always talk about on owning the SWOT analysis. You understand what your strengths are. You get feedback on your strengths, your weaknesses, opportunities, and your threats. You have a stage. You have a stage. And that's why I said this is the time you want weekly meetings. You don't want a meeting that they meet every third, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to get up there enough. You're not going to have a chance to be on the stage. You're not going to have a chance to constantly speak. And that's what you want to do. You want to be speaking. Every time you have an opportunity, you want to be on the agenda. So you want to speak. So you have a stage. Then you have a network. So these are the 5 things. You have a network, you have a community, you have a support system inside of Toastmasters International. They always come and they always flock to you because they want to see you successful. Toastmasters are always excited about new members, and they love to learn and grow, and they want to see you love and grow. And they clap, they applaud you. And what does that do? That builds up your confidence as a speaker. The more that you get up there, the more that you speak, the more you conquer the fear of speaking, the more you're prepared to go. So when a company wants to hire you to come in and be a keynote speaker, you're ready because you've practiced, and you've gotten feedback to tell you that you're on the right way. You got feedback to tell you this is where you need to develop yourself. And so this season, when you join Toastmasters, it's a season of preparation. Know your seasons, people. Know your seasons. The way that you accelerate. So in preparation, is always going to be linked with time. It's how much you're committed to your growth. Are you committed to your growth? Are you showing up consistently? Are you doing the things that they're telling you to do in the feedback? Are you addressing these things? You're not going to address them all because I do talk fast. Thank you, Deneen. But we're on a time schedule. But you're in preparation season. So in preparation, it could take you a long time, or you can accelerate. The way that you accelerate is always having a coach. You have to have the resources there that will help you accelerate and pick things up so you're not lagging and spending too much time in preparation, that you can move over into proficiency. Because when you hit proficiency, that's when you can start making your money. So you want to go through the preparation process. You want to join Toastmasters International. You want to start gaining clarity. You want to start getting that feedback. You want to be on that stage consistently. You want to maximize your support system and network. And remember, Toastmasters International is international. And the beautiful thing about getting into a Toastmasters meeting right now, joining a club right now, is because they're virtual. Guess what? Local clubs that will only have the people within that community there now that could travel in a car or a bus or train or whatever. Now you are exposed to people around the world, because now people around the world are going on Toastmasters International and they're finding clubs, and they're not worrying about where the club is located, because guess what? They can go anywhere because it's virtual. So that's the beautiful thing, because now you've increased your network. So now you're an author. You get into a Toastmasters meeting, you're networking, you're talking, you're getting to know people, you're chatting, because we're in Zoom, so you can have your private chats, you can network. You may connect with someone inside the country. You may connect with someone outside the country. You have no idea. That could change your life. So if you are been beating your family and friends up to support, stop, because they're not your support network. Your support network is outside of your home. It's outside of the people that you know, and it is for the people who think and behave and do the things like you. So you got to find that network. So you got to go out, and this is one of the things that I'm telling you. I can speak off here. I did not prepare for today. I did not prepare because I don't have the time to do all of this preparation. I'm on live every single day of the week, except now I've got smart. Saturday and Sunday I took back. But I didn't have time to prepare. But I got to this level of self-confidence. I got comfortable with speaking like this from table topics that we do in Toastmaster meetings. So table topics is where you speak off the cuff, where you have 1 to, I think it's 3 minutes to speak to any given topic that the table topics master gives out. And so you learn this proficiency. So I can be anywhere at any given moment, and someone can ask me a question, and I feel very, very confident. And I've learned how to be not only confident, but what Toastmaster does with table topics, it teaches you how to be strategic, right? So you're not just speaking off the cuff. You're speaking, on the fly, like really quick, but you're also thinking, because you know someone's going to evaluate you and give you feedback. So you don't want to just say anything. You want to say something that's really going to wow them. And so Toastmasters International is my tip for you today. And then I also want to share with you this, my favorite 3 numbers, and then I'm out of here. My favorite 3 numbers are 5, 7, and 8. And I'll always speak to you. All my books are pretty much written, I believe it's either with 5 chapters or 7 chapters. Why? Because I'm one who really focuses on your self-development. I'm the one who speaks to your destiny, your purpose, and I always shout out to you, align with your design, right? So I know that the area by which I speak, self-awareness, is tough. It's tough for you to look at yourself. It's tough for you to criticize yourself. It's tough for you to do that. But the minute that you take in and start doing that, the minute that you are your number one critic, so to speak, you're not only your number one critic, but also your number one cheerleader, the sooner that you can get moving on past yourself. And so, because I speak to life, because I speak to self-awareness and self-development, I know, and I have a heart for you. I know I speak kind of tough because I'm saying, come on, you can do this thing. Come on, you can get it. Yeah, we're going to have obstacles. Yeah, something's going to happen. Yeah, we don't have family support. Yeah, somebody should have helped us that we thought would help us and they didn't. Okay, we get it. You're going to have 5 is the number of grace. And God said, my grace is sufficient for you. So I love the number 5 because what I need to do, what you need to do, is going to need grace. You're going to need the grace. And that grace means that you're going to need to have the capacity to sustain through all the trauma, the drama, and everything else that gets in your way. You're going to be able to have to sustain. And what I love about the number 7 is completion. When God finished, he rested on the 7th day because he looked and he saw all that he created and was happy with it. It was complete. And I want to believe, God, that we complete what we start, that we fulfill the call that God has on our life, that we fulfill the mission that are in the books that we write, that we complete it. So that 7 is a favorite number for me because it symbolizes completion, achievement, success at whatever level that is for you. 8 is new beginnings. Listen, this whole process of life, we're always going to, we're going to need the grace to do it. We're going to need the tenacity to complete it. And we're always going to be leveling up. So we're always going to be seeing new beginnings. And so I leave you today with that. I am so excited for being a part of your journey to seeing all that you do. Please make sure that you're posting in the author's corner, your thoughts, your feedback. If you have a book, please post away. Post the link to purchase your book. For those of you who are doing Amazon bestseller campaign, please post your book, your link in there. Let us help you and let us support you rise up as you level up and take things to the next level, we want to support you as you rise up. We want to be a part of that journey up. And we want to see you excel and accelerate. And we are just so very, very happy for you. You have a blessed week. And I will see you tomorrow in the power of prayer. Hope I have a guest. If I don't have a guest, guess what? You're just stuck with me. Anyway, have a great Tuesday. Be blessed in all that you do. May the Lord favor you. And please join a Toastmasters club in your area or virtually. Take advantage of the opportunity to grow. I'm out.